Hello and welcome to Patched. I'm your host Paul James. Today I'm joined by Matto Phillips. Congratulations on the win, you arsehole.
Yes.
As some of you might recall from our episode last week, we were talking about how we were supposed to play basketball against each other this week, and the Iceman stepped up to the line here at the end, carrying a 1 point lead at the time, and popped away another one just to...
My one and only point for the entire game.
Yeah, I know.
That was it.
In the meantime, I was, smoking a few of your blokes, and yet not enough.
The crowd was going wild.
Yeah, I was enjoying that.
That's actually no joke. They were going... Pretty much your whole bench is pretty much doubled the crowd.
Losing their shit at the beginning of the second half there.
They were going absolutely nuts.
A few of those spin moves past a few people sent them right off.
That spin move, yeah. Everyone's just like, whoa! And everyone's just going crazy.
I mean, you'd remember from the years playing together. Like, I probably only wheel that one out once or twice every couple games, but when it does, people freak out
the
because I don't think they expect
happens
it.
about 1 in 100.
Did I nail that one? No,
Did I get
fouled and go to the line?
No, I fouled you later on, but no, that was a clean spin move.
Yeah, good. All right, sweet. Also, viewers/listeners, look, I finally got a light. It doesn't look like I'm in darkness anymore. All for the purposes of what we're talking about in this week's episode. So, you and I, we do a whole bunch of Let's Plays or Player 2 plays for the channel. We also do some...
Player 2 plays with one player.
Yeah, to avoid some of that confusion. Everyone keeps coming to the Forza Horizon 4 video.
Is it a two-player game?
Is this a multiplayer game? No, mate. We're called Player 2. Look at the channel's name. Fuck. Anyway, please keep clicking. It's fine. You're also doing it to Ratchet and Clank, a video I put out in 2016. All of a sudden, it's surging like that recently. So
my Mortal Kombat video came out last year. For 6 months, it had less than 100 views. Then all of a sudden, just skyrocketed for no reason.
I don't know how the algorithms work.
Yeah, me either. I'm still scratching my head. Even my first Crash Bandicoot video's got like 300 views.
Yeah, I don't get how they just suddenly explode.
I don't understand.
Like, there's sometimes when I've done insider episodes, I'm like, I'm doing it about some predictions related to E3. This is going to do well because
the
it
EA
does.
one.
Or there's a few of those topics every now and then that pop up, and like, I could see why this is successful. But then some of the Player 2 plays or whatever, where you expect them, like, they'll do okay. We don't
like your tennis one.
The channel is growing, and
over 1,000.
Especially now that we're over 1,000, I've been noticed we're kind of adding a fair few, like weekly going up. I can see the toggle going up fairly frequently, which has been nice.
Or is that because there's a competition going on?
Oh yeah! Oh shit! Of course, there's that. You better direct people to that. The Player 2 fifth birthday
Today.
thing there. Go and celebrate there.
Yesterday.
Share it around. Yeah, yesterday, as of when you're watching this, listening to this, you can win Doom Eternal. You're celebrating Player 2's fifth birthday
console
on your choice of platform. Yeah, 100%.
Or PC.
Yeah, or PC if you're a massive dork. But it'll also look the best and probably play the best. So whatever. So yeah, we do a whole bunch of that, and yeah, okay, there's the whole other side where we look at the numbers and try and work out what the hell's going on sometimes. But there's also the whole process of making Player 2 plays, and the thing that we've both got going is, as well as doing individual episodes about certain games from time to time, you and I also do some full playthroughs from time to time as well, which is a very different sort of approach. I don't know what's it like for you going from doing a standalone episode where, I don't know, like you did some recently for Uncharted 2 and 4, for example. Uncharted 2? No, you didn't do 4, did you?
Oh, no, I did, yeah, one playthrough of Uncharted 2, yeah.
Yeah.
I was playing 4 at the time, but then I did play...
Yeah, right, now I remember.
2.
But you were also working on a full playthrough series dedicated to LA Noire at the moment, which is going live on Wednesdays. It'll be up tomorrow, so go check that out on the YouTube channel. And you've obviously done the Player 2 Doomslayer and all that sort of stuff. So
Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, Crash. What's it like bouncing from kind of a single episode to a marathon, I guess?
I'd say there's a lot more pressure because, like with your single player, you do one sort of playthrough video, you don't have to worry about the next week one, because that's the thing I have to worry about. You have to worry about, you gotta go, oh wait, I've got to get this done, upload it. And you got to do that for... Like for yourself, you got the Resistance thing going out. You got 2 a week.
Yeah, that's only because I'm doing all 3 games, and if I do one a week, it'll be going till next Christmas.
Yeah, but for me, for LA WoW, I've got to keep uploading for something like 5 months.
Yeah.
So I've got to keep doing it and doing it and doing it, and it's one of those things to try and get ahead. Like, don't. I did it with Doom where I was doing it all last minute, and I'd say it's not the greatest idea because depending on the length of the video as well, it sort of takes in.
Well, yeah, you've got
That's all as
some
well.
internet kind of constraints that slow your uploads down and all that sort of stuff too. So
Yeah,
I was
like-
watching that latest LA Noir video going up for the last 2 days, and
It
I
took
swear
about
when
9
I went
hours.
to bed last night it was 87%. When I woke up in the
Yeah,
morning
that's
it was
when I went to bed.
87%. Oh,
Yeah,
right.
because I went to bed. That's why I just cancelled and went to bed. Like, I reckon it took about 9 hours. And that was for a 30-minute video. Yeah, it's painful.
Because, I mean, you've probably seen on your end, and this is a whole other thing.
Yeah, I
about,
saw it, and then you see
I'm
yours,
knocked out
like, you just see like 4 videos paused up, bang, 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 bang. I'm thinking, that sucks. Like,
and
it's
that's, you know, going behind closed doors, that's the entire Resistance Fall of Man playthrough done. Like, in those 13 episodes.
And, yeah, and it took, I was still there trying to upload one.
But I mean, one of the things that I kind of struggle with when it comes to, I think, like what you said about the individual episodes, right? Like, you can probably bang on about a game for 30 minutes, and it's pretty easy. Play it, shoot a little bit of shit, whatever. And I think
doing it for 10 hours.
yeah, and even when you're doing like the first episode in a full playthrough series is usually pretty easy as well because you're saying all this stuff for the first time. But what I've found, and anyone who's been following the Resistance episodes so far will probably know this, and if you don't, watch the rest and you'll very quickly come to know this, is that I'm telling the same stories like at the beginning of each of the episodes. Like, it's so why am I doing this? Well, it's because I think Insomniac, you know, like Resistance is a franchise I really love, and Insomniac needs to bring it back because Halo's coming to the Xbox and PlayStation doesn't have any first-person shooters, and this is a great one, and blah 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 blah. And I go on this big old ramble. I nearly just did the whole thing again there.
Like, oh, Insomniac need to bring another first-person shooter every time. It's
Yeah.
like the same. It's like the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah, and I realise I'm telling the same stories over and over, and
Hello and welcome to the Resistance.
yeah, to the point where when it comes to that one, we had a false start with the recording because I started to do the usual hello and welcome to Patched, and then felt like there was a whole bit missing before I introduced you because I waffled for much longer. So, like that, you know, it starts to take over, especially if you're stringing a lot of them together. Like, I've done 5 or 6 Resistance episodes in the last 3 days to get it finished, and that's only the first game, let alone Resistance 2 or Resistance 3. But yeah, I think for me, and I don't know about you, but the full playthrough is the hardest thing. Is the whole string, like multiple episodes, and trying to say something different each time.
Yeah,
Because all of a sudden it just becomes you reacting to the game and not talking to the viewer.
Yeah, it's just you talking to yourself, figuring out, oh, what have I got to do next, and you sort of get a bit lost in what you're doing, and then you just get a bit sidetracked, and you just scratch your head and go, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, and then you.
That's the one thing that scares me, is playing a game that I don't know and then getting stuck.
Oh yeah, that's why I don't do any games that I haven't played before, because I feel like I'm going to do. If I ever do it, I'm going to be like that and go, what the hell am I supposed to do? I think I did with one game.
See, I had that issue when I was doing the Secret of Mana ones, not because I didn't know what to do, because I'd played the game before, but I had kind of forgotten for a little while there. It's like, shit, what do I do? And I'm sure, like, now that I'm mentioning this, and if anyone actually, it's probably a big commitment given what I'm saying here, but if anyone chooses to just go back and check out some of those episodes, which on average were about an hour long, so maybe don't. But you'll notice there's like a few, and I think even when I did Darksiders 1 as well, there's like a few random like just cuts, and you'll notice, not based on the game, because the game's in the same spot, but I'm like, I might have finished here kind of leaning on the desk or something like that, and then and then all of a sudden it cuts and I'm like up here or something like that, because I'm, you know, I haven't started again in the same spot. It's because I got stuck. So I've just, at that point, I've quickly gone, walk through, oh yeah, oh, that's what I do, go back to it. Just needed that, you know, moment to jog my memory, because God, I couldn't imagine anything worse if you're the viewer and seeing me just bumbling around for 20 minutes to an hour or something like that, just trying to work out what to do. Like, what a waste of the viewer's time.
Yeah, I think there's one of the LA Wire cases I had that thing. It was half an hour. All I had to do was like move a box.
Yeah.
It's like some refrigeration thing. I was there for half an hour moving all these other boxes, only to realise there was this one box, which is the most obvious box out of all of them.
What episode's that? I'm looking forward to it. Because you've already got a few of these banked up, don't you?
Yeah, 15
Yeah.
of them. I think it's
Holy shit.
It's
We
it's
are
a
good for
while.
that.
It's a while off. It's in the Vice section, so it's
Yeah, okay.
a
That's
month.
it is a fair
It's a
way
month
into the
or
game.
two off. But I think it's one of the very first ones. It's something to do with the old marijuana parts.
Yeah,
of it.
okay.
So when it comes to it, I'll have to fix all that up because I was there for a good half an hour, going up and down ladders and moving stuff. I was thinking, I can't remember. I didn't do a walkthrough or anything. I just saw a light. I just went, "You dickhead."
And that's the thing. Like I'm ready to kind of default to the walkthrough just in case, because I don't want to be bumbling around for ages and then all of a sudden I have an even more ridiculous or awkward cut. If the moments hit me, I'm like, I'm not going to be able to do this. I think I'm going to go for a walkthrough here. As much as possible, I'll try and get myself in like a really neutral spot like I am now, so that then when I sit down, I'm kind of straight in that spot and maybe I can hide it completely. But you also get some cases with the games where you get into the pause menu, for example, and the music's still going. So the chances of me being able to line up the game's music as well is like nearly impossible. So it's always going to be slightly obvious, I think, if I've had to bounce. I mean, not necessarily to go deal with that. Maybe how we're recording right now, and I've already had to say to you, mate, just in case my son's sleeping and I'm the only one in the house, so I might have to like deal with it at some point.
Well, you had to redo the intro because,
well, that's because I'm shit. But
or you forgot which video you were
which show I was on.
doing. It's just all slowly merging into one another.
Oh, mate, I'm waiting until I introduce an episode of Dev Diary by talking about Patched.
The award-winning.
Oh, the award, yes, the dashgamer.com award-winning
Diary.
podcast of the year. Do I have to like cram that into my intro now?
Oh, is there a trophy?
No.
I was gonna say you can put you can put a trophy just in the background.
I'll just put a participation award, one of my footy participation awards, and just slap the Dev Diary logo on top of it.
It's just Dev Diary. Just what is it? Best podcast. Just writing text up underneath on the plaque.
There's a few of those shitty trophies from back in the day that have taken a bit
No
of a
one's
beating.
gonna know.
No.
No one's gonna know. I was like,
That,
oh,
that
you want a
person
trophy?
looks like they're
Like,
taking
yeah.
a mark. No.
No, don't worry about that.
That's their phone that they've got a hold of, and they're desperately listening to the podcast.
No, that's not a footy at all.
So are there any other, like, what are some of the other kind of pros and cons about trying to do, normal single episodes as opposed to full playthroughs?
Well, I think the pro to do it just a single episode, it's a single episode. So you just don't have to worry about the next one. You can just, like you said, just talk about everything you know in that one episode. That's it.
Yeah. Do you, I don't know, maybe this is just me. Do you have the thing, though, where you're kind of like, okay, I'm going to play this game. I want to make sure I find a segment that maybe, like you said, you were talking about, you try to avoid playing games that you haven't played before, which is not a thing I do. Sometimes I'm doing stuff for coverage, so I need to...
Yeah, but that's a bit different, though, because you have to do it. I don't.
Yeah. But
Have that
to be
thing
fair,
on
like,
me.
I still sometimes do games that I know. And do you kind of have that thing where it's like, I want to make sure I pick a moment that's going to be cool? Like, I'll play up to this spot here because I know that the next bit is awesome, or are you happy to just go, I'll just play this bit, and this is what Uncharted 2 is like? Because I'm pretty sure, didn't Uncharted 2 begin with the running away sequence?
Yeah, I chose that on purpose just because of the pool scene.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you did
That's
finish with
why I
Marco
did it.
Polo.
Because I think also I wanted to get out of the jungle part, because I think Uncharted 1 was just the same, because you're just in the jungle. I thought, I want to go somewhere a little bit different. So instead of having to be in that jungle feel, like...
Yeah, because what makes it different to Uncharted 1 at that point?
Yeah, because Uncharted 1, you're pretty much in the jungle
All the time.
all the time, where it's second and third one, it's always a different place. Even 4, actually, as well. It's always it's in a different place. So I just thought, because I always enjoyed that city area, I thought, I'm going to go back to it.
Yeah, Shambhala's pretty cool.
doing it. And that's probably that's so far the only one I've thought of. I'll start at this point. There hasn't been really any others I've thought of, because there's Untold Goose Game.
You just pick a level, basically.
You just pick a level, but I decided to go back to the start because I thought it doesn't really matter where you start.
Yeah.
Because it's like the same thing as Uncharted. It feels the same no matter where you roam around. It's just all level based.
Not to mention, if you're planning to do just one episode of a game, unless the thing's got chapters, you've already finished it, so you're up to that point where you can just kind of chapter select. It's actually a bit of a pain in the ass to have to try and so kind of time consuming too, to have to play 3-4 hours or whatever it is until you get to the bit that you want to record, because you could have recorded 5-6 other things in that time potentially if that's what you wanted to do. Hell, you'd be well on your way to doing a full playthrough series. So there's, I don't know, it's one of those kind of weird things that you do. Like some games, you might really desperately want to get a particular segment, but there's others where it's just like, I'll just get whatever I get. If it's the beginning, great. If it's part of the way through, great. If it's the end, well, maybe I'll try and avoid spoilers, but whatever, because I don't want to have to play through 15 hours to get to the bit that best represents this game and is super awesome.
And that's the other thing I look for as well. As little cutscenes as possible.
That's the thing that's worried me a little bit about some of the games that I've done when I don't know what's coming up.
Oh yeah, because if it's something like Breath of the Wild, like you play the first 30 minutes of that, I'm pretty sure it's just all cutscenes almost.
There's a fair bit, yeah. And then eventually it lets you out.
Cutscenes like nothing. Yeah. So you could be there for 2 hours before you actually get to something, yeah. So that's the other thing as well. Like if something like Gears of War, you're pretty much straight into it.
Pretty much, yeah. And even if you do get a cutscene that's a few minutes long and then off you go.
It's not that long, yeah.
It's a weird thing doing this Let's Play, or Player 2 Plays. That's the official thing. We're going to take Let's Play off. I think Rooster Teeth are the ones that kind of help pioneer all that. Fuck Rooster Teeth, it's all about Player 2 Plays now. But, yeah, I mean, it is a weird kind of thing to try and do and remain entertaining, but I feel like in some ways it's been good for when I pop up on podcasts and that sort of thing. I've gotten so used to just talking to myself that I can now just talk.
Just talk?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah. Because
I'm sure my wife would disagree, but just Paul, shut the fuck up.
Paul, quiet. What are you talking about now?
But
just your inside Player 2 Plays patch. What?
Why are you sitting in the living room talking about that?
Operation PlayStation.
Operation PlayStation.
Operation
Not a Player 2 product, but
Operation PlayStation.
Very quickly, Australia's #1 PlayStation podcast. So go check that out.
In Australia?
In Australia.
It is climbing. It is climbing after one episode.
Look out, Podcast Beyond.
It is going places.
In fact, Beyond's probably not even the #1 anymore. Let's knock off PS I Love You or Sacred Symbols. We'll smash them out of the park. Colin Moriarty,
what's the
Greg
Beyond
Miller,
one?
you're fucked.
It's beyond the IGN one?
Beyond's the IGN one, yeah, that Greg and Colin kind of made huge, and then they went off to Kind of Funny and did PS I Love You, and then Colin left and did Sacred Symbols, and now PS I Love You's back. There's more competition, but we're going to smash the shit out of them.
Oh, you are? I'm just watching.
Already reclaimed the Oceanias. Sorry, Dylan.
Oh, it's on. It's a three-way fight between Explosion Network, Pop Culturist, and you.
Yeah, I was going to say, we can't call it Player 2 because I guess it's maybe more of a Dash Gamer thing, but anyway. I mean, while we're continuing down our Player 2 Plays path, do you kind of spend, do you have like at all times kind of, I'll do this and this and this, like these games? Do you have a little queue of games in your head that you want to get to? Or obviously you're doing a full playthrough series at the moment, but do you kind of have I'll get to, if you think right now, do you have like half a dozen that you could easily sit down and record if you just got the time or the opportunity?
Yeah, easily. I just gotta, like you said, just pick and choose when, because I don't really want to do what I did last year, just do this, do that, and then sort of get a bit distracted by other things.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna focus on LOR, get that out of the way, then just pick and see. I might do Witcher 3. I might do not a full playthrough just to play 2 plays, because surprisingly it hasn't been done yet.
Yeah, I think we weren't really doing Player 2 Plays or any of that sort of thing when Witcher 3 was big, and I think like Witcher 3 for me is one of those where it's like, okay, I'm just booting up into the end game now. I've already done the DLC. I've already done the campaign.
I'm going to find the frying pan mission.
Go for it.
That's what I'm doing.
Mission. Do it.
I'm going to be playing 40 hours just to find that one mission.
Well, you're playing the best game on the PS4 or Xbox or PC.
Totally worth it.
So. Outside of The Last of Us Remastered, if that counts.
Game of the decade.
Game of the decade.
As by Dash.
And myself.
And you. Not me.
But yeah, I mean, I kind of have a couple in mind, but it's also one of those things that I guess the difference between you and I, where you're just picking whatever you want to play, whereas sometimes I'll get review copies of games or whatever, something slides across the desk and like, I need to do video for this as well as do the review. Like
There is a Monster Hunter one there somewhere. We'll eventually get to it.
yeah, we do have the Monster Hunter one. Matto recently sent you Resident Evil 2. So maybe you're finally we made that happen. Cat, we've been talking about it for ages on these episodes.
Maybe it can be one of those. Maybe it can be one of those like play two plays where I've never played a game before and just play it for the heck of it. Get shock value out of it.
Watch the Tyrant or Mr. X ruin your day.
Mr. X. Oh wait, is that really big monster?
That's the old name, but the big guy, the Tyrant.
I'll just go yell at Leon. Is Leon
just
in
shoot
it?
his hat off.
Who? Leon's hat.
No, the Tyrant.
Oh.
There's a trophy in it for you.
Oh, there you go. I'll just play for the trophy. Just the one hat.
I mean, it'll take you probably quarter to halfway through the game before you finally meet him, but yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, well. I'll take it.
Lull you into a false sense and then he kicks your ass.
Oh, man. Not one of those people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's terrifying. You can look forward to that.
Yeah, I was going to do another playthrough that, was it that Noah or Noia or whatever it's called?
Oh, Neo.
Neo? No, I'm not doing it.
Neo, the Japanese like samurai one?
Yeah, an Irish samurai I found out named William. Real Japanese. No, I'm not. No, there's no playthrough for that unless you want to see me just absolutely just rage. Because I didn't realize it was like a Dark Souls type game.
Oh yeah,
didn't know that till I was getting absolutely just clobbered by everyone.
Yeah,
thought I was doing good. There came up some better armor, dead, one shot. Like, what?
Oh, and that's when the penny dropped. You've just gone, oh shit, I know.
And then I went back to the start, lost all my little points, things, and all that. I thought, oh no, what have I done? What have I brought?
So as we wrap things up, what are some of the, outside of obviously LA Noire, which we're working on, what are a couple of those games that maybe people can look forward to seeing you play sometime soon?
Probably Resident Evil 2. Maybe Astral Chains.
Oh, nice.
Halo, the Master Chief Collection, because I've never played Halo. Yes, I've had an Xbox for like 15 years.
And you've never played a Halo game?
Never played a Halo game.
Oh.
Because I came in when it was pretty much Halo 4 came out.
Yeah, right.
So it's kind of pointless. I did play a little bit of Halo 4. I'm scratching my head going, I have no idea what's going on. I don't understand why he's here. Why?
Who's the Reclaimer? What's this AI talking to him? What's a Rampant?
What happened to this ship? Why did you just all of a sudden say, why am I not dead? Like, what? What is going on here?
Well, I'll be keen to hear about that. Maybe we'll have to have a patched episode as well at some point dedicated to Halo and your experiences with Halo.
Yes. And what was the other? Maybe Monster Hunter World.
Nice.
Yeah. Gonna have to do that eventually. I know there is already a Monster Hunter World play 2 plays, but...
Oh, you go for your life. I did World, I didn't do Iceborne, so it doesn't have the clutch claw.
So you did do Iceborne, didn't you?
I did the beta.
Oh, but you never got up to it, though.
When they put the beta up. When they put the beta out, I played it there.
Then maybe also God of War.
Oh, very good. Yeah, I can't remember if I did some God of War.
I don't think you did. I feel like no.
Do that. Holy shit, missed opportunity there.
Oh, maybe the two of us
just
just
on the #1 PlayStation podcast in Australia, and I didn't even play God of War
he's number 2 on he's number 2 on his game of the decade list. Did he ever do a play 2 plays? Was it 2 or 3?
No, because Last of Us is 1, Witcher's 2, God of War's 3.
Ah, there we go, number 3.
But still, right up there. Pointy end. Well, I mean, for myself, I don't have too many planned. Like I've got the Resistance, and that's going to keep me going for a while. A bit like you with LA Noire. And I'm a little bit conscious, and we've kind of got a few others on. For anyone who doesn't kind of follow our player 2 play stuff, we've got a few that are doing it. So there's the both of us. Matt Houston will do a few from time to time as well. Ken Lee jumps in. He doesn't do the video component to it, like his video component to it. It's just him playing the game and him kind of talking over it. Chris Buttons, Chris just jumped in on the bandwagon recently, and I'm trying to recruit a few others to kind of do it as well. I'm conscious at the moment, given that, of our 7 days of the week, and we try and make sure that we've got one video a day at least. I'm at the moment. I'm doing Saturday and Sunday with the Resistance.
You also got Friday and Tuesday.
Friday and Tuesday with Patched.
I'm on Wednesday.
You're on Wednesday, so there's only 2 days left, Monday and Thursday, and I'm trying to make sure that unless the well runs dry, and I know we've got 2 episodes, and actually it makes me think that I need to actually hit go on one of the others' videos today. Like, I'm trying to avoid it because I don't want it to be too much me. 5 days a week is more than enough.
That is too much, Paul.
It's already 4 days.
It was bad enough when it was 1 week where it was four days of me.
Yeah,
for me that was too much.
And even then, like Matt Hewson he did a lazy writing piece, and we've got the video versions of that we do where I edit those, and whilst I've got his voice samples for the countdown, I do the intro and outro, so people still get me even when that comes along. He just needs to send me the audio. So that's coming up too, and that's going to have me featuring in it, kind of, sort of. Yeah.
Cameo. Call it cameo.
Yeah. I'm hosting, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But as host, I'm going to wrap up this one because I don't have too many actually queued up. There's games there that if I need to, I'll go grab something out and.
It's also a thing too where you just go, oh, maybe I'll just play this. There's no real plan to it. You just go, I haven't played this game for a while.
Yeah. Well, I mean, recently, like I did the NBA Jam one after Kobe, after the Kobe incident. I thought, well, I'm going to play as Kobe on NBA Jam. That'll be Player 2's little way of remembering him, and it's probably a pretty piss poor way of doing it if we're honest. But I mean, I did make him hit his famous 81 points in a game.
Oh, did you?
The second match, I made sure he was just shooting everything. And we finished on 81 points with about 4 seconds to go. Just held the ball, finished, done. So
that is 80 more points than what I scored last week.
And now we have gone full circle, so I'm going to wrap this one up until next time when I hopefully finish the job this time. If you've enjoyed this episode of Patched, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. All the buttons are down the bottom there, and hit the notification bell. That way you're alerted to every new video the moment it goes live on the channel. That includes more Patched, the Player 2 Plays, like Game Review, Insider, Gamer School, and a whole bunch more. Visit the website, player2.net.au, where you find reviews, previews, opinion pieces, news, features, links to the podcasts, Patched, which is obviously audio. Maybe you're listening to it right now.
The award-winning Dev Diaries.
The award-winning Dev Diary and the Insider. Dev Diary's got some cool guests coming up. Adam Volker, who worked on Creature in the Well, available now on Game Pass, if that's your thing. I announced him today, or yesterday, as of when this goes live, as the guest this Thursday, so go check that out. And then after that, we've got a real big one if you're a fan of PlayStation, so go and keep an eye on that.
Kojima?
Hideo Kojima is coming on the show.
Stay tuned, kiddies.
Sorry, no, that'll be a massive letdown. Don't go get excited for Kojima. God, I wouldn't mind doing something like that, but can you imagine a 3-way conversation like that where it's got to be me over the internet with him and presumably a translator?
Get Google Translate.
That could be the best and worst episode of all time, and no one will know whether it was Kojima or not.
There you go.
He said these things, I swear.
We're also on Patreon. Some random Japanese person just speaking.
Yeah, we could do that too.
You never know.
It is only an audio podcast. We are also on Patreon, patreon.com/player2au, kicking a few bucks at the lower tiers, early access to episodes, higher tiers, monthly episode exclusives, and if you are a patron real soon...
Free book.
Yeah, so to celebrate, the continued celebration of the 5th Player 2 birthday, Matt is putting together an actual magazine with kind of the best of Player 2 over the last 5 years, essentially. Obviously written stuff because you can't put this isn't Harry Potter. You can't put a video in the magazine. Otherwise, it would be littered full of patched episodes because it's the best content coming out of Player 2.
My page is just going to be blank.
I don't even know what we're like.
Or maybe just a picture of my head. And that's it.
We'll find a way to celebrate you and your work. But yeah, so like anyone who's a patron by, I think it's the end of next month, you just automatically, you'll get sent, like Matt will reach out to you, he'll ask for your details, and he will send you a copy of the magazine.
Here's Big Kong.
Yeah. And then there's Twitter. Big long King Kong Dong, you're going to get one. Thank you for being a patron.
If you still are.
And Matto, Twitter, where can you be found?
_Phil.
Paul James Games for me. The website's Player2AU. And until next time, go and watch some of our Player 2 plays. LA Noir and The Resistance. Enjoy. See ya.